look at this. We're going to start on 5. Hey guys, Seedoeatreview. Who's this French lass?
It's me,
It's
frankly.
I saw her walking down Hutt Street with the sunnies, and I went, wow, Melbourne has really gotten to you, bud.
Well,
in a good way. I'm not saying that's bad
I
at
just
all.
have to code so people know I'm here for the Fringe. And
Yes.
what screams artiste like a beret, you know?
You look absolutely fantastic, as I said. My goodness. It is.
Because I really need a haircut.
That is, yeah, I saw you going shorter and shorter. Are you going to go long again, or is this one of your phases?
I think I just need shape, because at the moment I look like someone's dog.
That's harsh.
But no, that's a very typical thing for me to do pre-season, because I'm too busy to do anything else. So the whole season my hair looks like absolute trash, and then the minute I finish I go get a haircut. And then I cry about it, because every time I get a haircut I hate it.
Look at this, we're already 1 minute in, and we haven't even talked about your show, Doombox Cabaret by Frankly. I was trying to get that title, because you've put a long title in.
I did.
It's just Doombox.
I did. Well, actually, that was a
Cabaret by Frankly.
Yeah, it's because the show was originally called Doombox Cabaret, and then I got feedback from artists, because I've been talking to other people, and the feedback was that it sounded like a variety show. It didn't sound like a one-person show, and that made a lot of sense to me. So now we've just gone with Doombox, a cabaret by Frankly.
Because your name has a bit of pull here. Did you know that? I mentioned your and I went, oh yeah, I like Frankly. I went, oh, that's nice. Maybe
Who said that?
Some people. I talk to people.
Some people? What people? The imaginary people?
No. I'll give a shout out to Adam online. He goes, I love watching Frankly. And I went, oh, cool. Maybe you should go see a show. So he's coming on Friday.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Oh my God, that's really cool.
Isn't it? It's nice when people know you.
It is nice when people know me.
You left Adelaide and you were thinking, like, really? I went, no, this, oh, girl, come on. This lady's a star in the making.
I think I'm just always used to being known for the wrong things. I feel like when I was younger, I used to be a little bit chaotic, and that's changed. But no. I feel like I remember going to my uni induction, and a stranger came up to me and was like, "Hey, were you that girl that was dressed at as a fairy at a party that wasn't a costume party? I just got so wasted. I decided costume change, and just did that. And so I used to get pulled up in weird things."
So Doombox Cabaret. Do you see? I don't add anything. I don't keep it going. I'm not enabling her. What's Doombox Cabaret bringing that's different from your other show?
Fun, excitement, 11 out of 10 energy the whole time. I think the most important thing is that I am always me. But if you've ever seen any of my other shows and you've thought, shit, this girl is funny, but she's talking about domestic violence, that is mind-blowing. How can somebody make that funny? Imagine how funny it could be if it's about upbeat, lighthearted, fun, silly things. It's just a happy show. And it's kind of little pieces of quirky, weird stories that I've always kind of wanted to write about, but they haven't fit into the narrative or the theme of my other shows.
So you've put them in a box per se.
Yeah, it is a
all
doom
the
box.
ideas.
Well, I guess we should explain what a doombox is to people that don't know.
Go for it. I've got no idea
Doomboxing is it's a very ADHD coded thing where if you have a bunch of items that you don't know what to do with, you just throw them in the doombox and put it at the back of your cupboard, and you just keep doing that. Does it have rhyme or reason? It kind of does to the doomboxer, but to no one else. So I feel like when you come to see Doombox, you need to expect that we're going to be changing topics every 5 minutes. It's just bang, this one, bang, this one.
You don't get stuck on one thing.
No, there's no through theme. It's just 10 out of 10 energy the whole time. It features terrible puppets, and it's the only show at the Fringe that co-stars a legless horse. So.
I was going to say, but your energy is always 10 out of 10.
I am really high energy, but I feel like sometimes, if I'm doing a more storytelling piece, like Scolds, when you came to see Scolds, I have moments of up here, but because of what the story needs from me, what the show needs from me, it also needs me to come down here a lot and have more tender moments, because that is the point. We're getting a meaning across, we're getting a connection going.
This is what fascinates me though with you, where you used to, this is the comedy show, but your personal stories, how do you practice talking to people with personal stories, let alone onto this show? How do you practice your comedy and know it's going to work?
You don't.
Okay.
Is the honest question. But I tend to think that a big part of my adult life has been just being super authentic and not trying to care. And I try to approach stories through the idea of there has to be enough people out there that are like me, or will just think that I'm a massive weirdo. So if I just say things that I think are funny and I think are cooked, people will interact with that.
Oh, no,
Some people will agree. Some people won't like it.
I see you on Instagram when you're on, and yes, you're naturally funny, and that's how I first discovered you, being, oh, she's naturally funny, you know what I mean? That's how I find it.
I think that's just because I don't have a filter and I say things that you would.
but that's what I inspired by you. That's where I look at you and I go, not I wish I could be like, I wish I could have your attitude, where sometimes I worry too much what people think about what I'm going to say or do. And I know you do, but you don't. You take the filter off a lot of the times.
Yeah, so I think I put a rain check on worrying.
Yep.
You know, I'll say something and then I'll lie in bed later and be like, oh God, why did you say that?
Yeah, no. But you seem to brush it off. But even when you tell your personal stories in your other shows, that sort of inspired me when I was having my anxiety attacks to go, oh, switch on the camera, press record, show people what really happens behind the scenes of me having an anxiety attack. It's not all good stuff online. So when you're on there, on the camera, just divulging your thoughts, it's like, oh, this is nice to see someone's brave enough to do that. You know what I mean? And as I said, there's not much about the show, but just you as a person being unfiltered. That's how I find it.
I really love that. I love that you found it inspiring.
Oh no, it is. Especially your last show, which was fantastic. What made you change pace to a more comedy bent? Did you feel like you were going too heavy for too many shows?
I think the thing was that when I started writing Scolds, it was actually meant to be a comedy show. It was pitched as, I'm a raging feminist, thank you. And I just wanted to write a feminist comedy show that, you know, we could tackle these things, but using comedy because it's accessible and it gets people on board. And then through the process of writing that show, I realized that actually I have some shit to work out, and that took over because normally the show tells me what it wants to do, and that's what happened. So I did promise people a comedy show, and they came in and got a very long, aggressive trauma dump from me. That was well written, well performed, but it was a trauma dump no less.
Were some men off-put? Were some men a bit shocked by that?
Well, my dad's never came to see a show ever since. So, but I think after that process, I've always had an interest in comedy, and I've always had an element of comedy to everything that I write. And in a way, this was a challenge for me because I love talking about emotions and I love talking about challenges throughout life and connecting with people through that way, like a really human way. I think for me as an artist, I wanted to challenge myself to not do that. Write a show that doesn't have anything sensitive in it, that doesn't have anything challenging in it. There's no sad part, there's no meaning, screw the meaning. It's just about having a good time, and I just wanted to create a space where I can be silly, I can be ridiculous, I can really get into a childlike state of just play and invite other people to enjoy that with me.
So what will people find in your Doombox? Give a little preview of what people are going to expect to see.
Oh, well, we're going to have lots of queer stories. We have songs about mincy bisexual boyfriends. We have songs about being formerly banned from Brunswick Savers, which I should say Kilburn Savers. I can't tell you why. It's a secret. But I am currently banned from Savers.
Anywhere else you're banned?
Community radio, because I keep breaching the standards and talking about sex acts at 8 a.m.
Really? Community radio bans you from that?
Well, I haven't been invited back for a few years. I can't help it. It was give the people what they want.
Do you have a list of places you're banned at, or?
Yes, I'm actually banned from David Jones at West Lakes. I don't know if they're still open. When I was 13, I used to take my high school boyfriend there because we both had strict.
Jared?
Liam Blue. Shout out Liam Blue. He's actually a sick cat. I don't know if I can say that. But I used to take my high school boyfriend there because we both had strict parents that wouldn't let us be alone. So we used to go there to violently make out on the display beds in David Jones because both of us, looking back, were a bit inept and we thought that would be socially appropriate, but we got formally removed by the security guards and...
There you go.
Never allowed back. And I, to this day, feel uncomfortable if I walk through a David Jones.
Really? You should have purchased something from there, so you couldn't have kicked out because you said, I've bought something, I have the receipt. So they couldn't have
I don't know if that counts if you're leaving biohazards on the display beds.
No.
But what else do we have in this show?
Yeah, what else is in the Doom box?
We've got like little tiny sections. I will be displaying my myriad of special skills and talents as a real and professional artiste. I have a piece that's called $35,000 of tertiary education.
Yes.
And
all I got was this lousy show.
Yeah.
So this legless horse, do you have to come and see what this legless horse is about?
You do. He is an integral character from my youth. He was the Oracle, and we will still be counselling with him to know what we should do with our lives. I'm sharing handy tips and tricks if you would like to be a professional artiste as well, which includes working 3-day jobs. We will be exploring the war between Melbourne and Adelaide.
Is there though?
Well, the ad campaigns are telling me that there are. So I do very good one-person skits in the show where I will reenact the propaganda that Victoria funnels onto our TV and our responses back.
See, I come from Melbourne and everyone goes, oh, you hate us. It's like, dude, coming from Melbourne, we didn't even think of South Australia or Adelaide as a thing. We don't like Sydney, and that's it. And everyone goes, you hate us. Like, dude, we don't give you a second thought. That sounds arrogant. Now I've been here for 10 years and it's like, guys, just enjoy being you. I love Adelaide. It's quiet. There's plenty on. Everyone says there's nothing on, but there's plenty on in Adelaide, I find now. But there's always something to do here, and it's more the insecurity I find from Adelaideans that everyone's worried what's them. It's like, don't be insecure.
This is the point, but this is the point that I get into about this war, is that I feel like Adelaide perpetuates it by feeling like anything that Victoria says about us, it wounds our self-esteem.
They're talking about us again.
Yeah, I know, and I think
dude,
it's so funny.
enjoy being you. It's so good. Can I show you into my Doom box, frankly?
Yeah, what's going on?
In my Doom box is this Biscoff hot cross bun. Now, have you seen my interactions with Frankly over the past few weeks? There's been many a hot cross bun which is trying to... I think they're just getting clicks because no one wants to eat a pizza-shaped hot cross bun. This is the only one I could find.
Was that actually released?
Yeah. It's out now at Coles. But everything's been sold out. See, it works. You know, you do something really gimmicky and it's going to work. So I brought, frankly, a Biscoff hot cross bun. This shouldn't be bad, though.
No, I feel like out of all the things you've shown me, I'm least offended by this. Because I love Biscoff. Ooh, it's gooey.
It is gooey.
Okay.
It's been kept in a freezer at Woolworths, so...
Oh, okay. So texturally, I'm giving it a 3.
It feels spongy. Yeah, like a spongy Biscoff. The big glob of Biscoff was delicious. The bun itself, what do you think of that?
I feel like the flavor's coming from the cream.
Yeah, but the bread itself is really nothing much. Like, you need to dunk this in your coffee here.
Let's try that.
Shout out to Gin's Coffee Hut, by the way, where we are.
Oh, it's gorgeous here. I've never been here and I love it.
Look at this. This is what I want. This is the proper stuff. This is the raisin almond croissant at Gin's. This is the... It's fine. You know what I mean? It's fine.
It's actually, yeah, I would...
If it didn't have the Biscoff on it, it would just be a dry, ready bun.
True.
But the Biscoff is delicious.
Yeah, so the combo is not too bad, and that is the Australian review.
It's fine. And that's
Not
what we
too bad,
expected, yeah. Onto this one, though. My goodness.
What flavour is this, Shane?
This is called a fancy raisined almond scroll. Look at that. A 45-second pantry review without one. Oh. Straight away. It's moist inside, it's crispy on the outside. big burst of raisin. What are your thoughts there, Franklin? She's being looked at. She's embarrassed on camera. I'm just going to edit.
I actually
Gotta
really
speed
like
this up.
that.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's not too sweet.
No. If you're on Good for Thumbs, Gin's Coffee Hut, we're going to shout out. All right, Franklin. What's the times and dates of your show?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Here we go.
So, no, I can actually remember this time. I'm opening this Friday, the 16th of February, which, you know, that's a terrible day to open on the first day of the festival. But we're opening on Friday at 6 p.m. at My Lover Cindy. And it's 6 p.m. every night.
Yep.
No Sunday. So we're running Friday to Friday, 16th to the 23rd,
Okay.
6 p.m.
That's
every
a long
time.
run.
Yeah,
That is
well, it's like
fantastic.
7 shows. Pretty good. I'm gearing up to do 12 shows in a row for Melbourne Comedy Festival.
really?
So I'm training
That's fantastic. Where are you performing that?
at Comedy Fest. I'm at Tasman Terrace, which is just like a pop-up venue run by
Okay.
Enter Closer.
All right, guys, check out Frankly, June Boss. As you'll see in this interview, which I'm going to cut up to pieces, it really is a hodgepodge of everything. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Cheers, we're eating.
Yeah.